Good afternoon, Year Ones. Today in our topic we're going to be learning all about the moon, which is very exciting. I love learning about space. So we're going to be identifying the phases of the moon today. So does the moon look the same every time that you look at it? When it's in the sky at night, when you have a look, does it always look the same? Have a think now. Okay, so I want you to tell an adult how the moon has looked at different times you have seen it. What sort of shape does it look? Discuss this with your grown-up. Okay, so the moon does not give off any light itself. So some of you might have thought that the moon was glowing, but the moon does not glow. The moonlight we see is actually the sun reflecting off the moon's surface, which is really interesting, isn't it? Okay, so it takes the moon 29 days to orbit the Earth. The moon looks different to us at different points of its orbit. So we're now going to watch a video to find out more. This is a really great video to demonstrate how the moon shines at night and why it changes shape.
Hi, my name is Emily Morgan and I'm the author of Next Time You See the Moon from NSTA Kids. And I'd like to share a simple activity with you that can help you understand why the moon looks different at different times throughout the month. Why sometimes it looks like a banana, and other times it looks like half of a circle, and other times it looks like a big round ball. Well, to do this activity, you only need 4 simple things. You need a lamp with the shade removed, a white foam ball, a pencil, and a dark room. The darker the room, the better. Now in this model, the lamp is going to represent the sun, and of course the white foam ball is going to represent the moon, and your head is going to represent the Earth. So let me show you how this works. We know that the moon orbits the Earth. So in this model, I'm going to get the moon, the foam ball, to orbit the Earth, my head. Notice that no matter where the moon is in its orbit, half of it is always lit up by the sun. But when the moon is in this position, I can't see any of the lighted side of the moon from Earth, my head. From this angle, you can see what I am seeing from Earth. We call this new moon. When it's new moon, we look up at the sky and we can't see the moon. It's there, but the side that's reflecting sunlight is away from us. Now, as I slowly make the moon orbit to my left, I can begin to see a tiny sliver of that lighted side. We call that a crescent moon. As the moon keeps orbiting, we can see more and more of that lighted side. We see half of the lighted half, which is a quarter moon. In this case, a first quarter moon. As we keep orbiting, we see almost the whole lighted side. We call that a gibbous moon. Then, when we can see the entire lighted half of the moon, that's a full moon. As the moon continues in its orbit, we begin to see less and less of that lighted side. We're back to a gibbous moon, but this time the light is on the opposite side. Then another quarter moon, last quarter moon to be exact. Another crescent. And finally back to new moon. And the cycle begins again. So why does the moon appear in different shapes throughout the month? Because of its orbit. The shape or phase of the moon depends on where it is in its orbit around Earth. It takes about a month for the moon to orbit the Earth. So when you look up at the moon today, know that you'll see that same phase again about a month from now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you give this activity a try. And I hope that you have a sense of wonder next time you see the moon.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. That was really interesting, wasn't it? Okay, so maybe you could have a go at trying out that activity at home. And if not, maybe you could have a look tonight and see what shape the moon is. Okay, so the moon is lit by the sun. Half of the moon is lit and half is dark. When the dark side of the moon is facing Earth, we cannot see it. This is called a new moon. As the moon starts to orbit Earth, we can see more and more of the lit side. At various stages in its orbit, it is called a crescent moon, a quarter moon, and a full moon. It is called a full moon when we can see all of the sunlit side of the moon. So the word waxing, can you say that word, waxing? That means growing. And it is used to describe the moon as it grows from new moon to full moon. So here is a picture here. Can you see? Here is the new moon. And it's getting bigger and bigger. You can see more and more of it. Then our other word is called waning. Can you say the word waning? That's a funny word, isn't it? We've not used that word before. Waning. So waning actually means shrinking, and it's used to describe the moon as it gets smaller from a full moon to a new moon. So waning, can you see here it's a full moon and it looks as though it's getting smaller, so you can see less of it, yes? So waxing means that we can see more of the moon, and waning means that we can see less of the moon. So today, for your independent task, it says, oh no, the moon phases have all been jumbled up. Can you put them in the correct order again? Okay, so can you see all of these moon phases? We have a new moon, waxing crescent, a full moon, last quarter, waning crescent, waning gibbous, first quarter, waxing gibbous. Oh, lots of new words for us to learn today. So there's a sheet on the website, and what you need to do is cut out the moons and stick them in order in your book. If you can't print out the sheet, you could draw them yourself straight into your book. Okay, when you have finished your task, then you can check on the video. In a moment I'm going to show you the order that they should be stuck. Okay, so here is the order. So we should be starting with our new moon. Okay, seeing more and more each time until we get to our full moon, and then it is waning, isn't it? It looks as though it's getting smaller and smaller. So see if your moons are in the correct order. Check your moon phases. And as another challenge, which is quite exciting, we do have this Oreo task. So it says if you have an Oreo cookie at home, you might like to make your own moon phase with the cookie. And what you have to do is scoop the white filling out with a spoon and see if you can make one of the moon phases. Then you can see if you can identify which phase you made. So can you see in this picture as an example? It's got, where's our new moon? Oh, there's our new moon. A waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, a full moon, a waning gibbous, third quarter, and a waning crescent. See if you can make one of those with your Oreo cookie next time you have one. That'd be amazing. Hope you've enjoyed today's science lesson. I've learnt lots, I hope you have too. Well done, year ones.